sure you can tell in my voice that I am sick. I got sick, unfortunately, Friday night, and then was down for the count all weekend. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but it's just all in my nose, and I constantly feel like I have to sneeze. And my head is kind of hurting a little bit more today. But yeah, which really sucks. I'm so mad that I'm sick right now because your girl officially is at her lowest weight ever in her adult life. I have surpassed my 221, and over the weekend I got all the way down to 219.8. As of this morning, I am 220.4, I think. And I did it. And I wanted to record this like big heartfelt video to let you guys know, but also to acknowledge my 2017 self, who would be so proud of me. But like I said, I've been this, but I did want to come on and let you guys know because I'm so excited. And for those of you who don't know, I basically have been on a weight loss health journey my entire life. I was always, you know, a little bit chunkier growing up. I wouldn't say straight up like fat, but I was, you know, just a little bit thicker growing up, and let's just say even when I was in my pediatrician's office, I used to see like a nutritionist. Granted, I stayed at my pediatrician's office way longer than you're supposed to into adulthood, but that was just because I loved my pediatrician. And I was diagnosed with PCOS at a very, very young age, when I was in middle school, actually. So I've tried every diet. I tried, you know, weight loss pills, over-the-counter ones and prescribed ones, every shake you could think of, every diet plan, like Weight Watchers, exercise plan, personal trainers, different gyms. Like, I tried everything. And at that point in my life, I wasn't fully aware of what like food addiction was, and I didn't believe I had like binge eating disorder or anything like that, because I just wasn't, you know, I was young. I was in my very early 20s, and so I felt like my last, as someone in her very early 20s, I got on the scale and I was 321 pounds, and I'm only 5'1" and a half, and my life was just basically on a standstill. I couldn't walk around without it literally feeling like my back was about to snap in half. I was constantly out of breath. My hygiene was horrible. I was stopping myself from doing so many things that young teenagers should be doing, like exploring and traveling, and I wasn't living, and I started the process in 2016 of getting bariatric surgery, and in 2017, on February 1st, I underwent bariatric surgery. I had gastric sleeve surgery, and I was crazy successful in it. For the first, I don't know, like 6 to 8 months, I got all the way down to like 222, like 98 pounds down, something around there. And slowly but surely, my old bad habits started to creep back in. And I started sneaking chocolate. I started sneaking sugary drinks, and slowly the scale started creeping back up. And I felt so much shame and guilt that I didn't tell anybody for a really long time. But then I got so scared that I had ruined all of my progress, that after about gaining 10 pounds back, and you know, I was a part of all of the Facebook groups, which I still am. And I remember seeing, you know, everybody's posts, who had surgery around the same time as me, or had surgery after me, who hit their 100-pound down mark, who was having great success, and I became really envious and jealous and frustrated with myself, which just led to more self-destruction and self-sabotage. And so I went back into my surgeon's office and said, hey, I am really struggling and I need help. And I told them about how my cravings were back, and how I felt my restriction wasn't as great anymore. And just kind of chatted with them, asking what my options were. And we decided to try phentermine, which was the worst thing I've ever taken. It made me feel like I was on like speed, or at least what I assume speed would feel like. It made me feel like I was like drunk and high at the same time, and just very like jittery. It did help me lose that weight plus some. I think in total I lost probably like 14 pounds or so, but I still never got down to that 221 mark, which was my, you know, 100 pound sorry guys, my 100 pounds down mark from my highest weight. And really, after I decided, hey, phentermine's not working for me, everybody tells you just go back to basics. I did. I tried the liquid diet over again. It just wasn't working. Then we started talking about revision surgery, because that's a thing that they do for bariatric patients who weren't successful in their first surgery. And I remember just being like, I don't want to go through that again. I actually didn't have a bad surgery. I had a great surgery. I woke up from surgery not even realizing, sorry, my nose is so chapped, I keep feeling like I'm bleeding. I woke up from surgery not even realizing I had it. I wasn't in any pain. I woke up pretty easily out of anesthesia. I was sore, of course, but the gas pain was not horrible. I was up and walking around within the hour of being awake and in my, regular room, and got to go home that next morning. And that was it. Like, I, of course, was very sore, but I had a really good recovery. But I just didn't want to go through with something again that, I felt like I had such a good run with the first time. Like, why am I risking, you know what I mean? And I also just felt like, I think deep down I knew that the surgery wasn't the problem, that I was the problem, that my mental state was the problem. And I am very happy that I didn't go through with it. And they never shamed me. My doctor's office never shamed me. They just said, listen, sometimes people get to a certain spot and that's as far as they can go with this surgery. But with the revision surgery, which again, this was a long time ago, which I believe at that point was the full-blown gastric bypass, which is way more intense. They don't, they just need that little extra push to help them, basically finish it out. Like, this is just the first part of your story, I remember them saying. And I just didn't want to put my body through that again, especially with the gastric bypass. And I didn't. And throughout the years, I ended up getting back up to 306, which is where I was in January of this year. So, I never, after everything 2017 Trisha, or 2016-17 Trisha went through, I never was able to celebrate her success of hitting that 100-pound down mark. And although, yes, I did succeed even at 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 98 pounds, there's just something about that 100-pound mark that is like, wow, I did that damn thing. And I just never had that experience. And I vowed to myself this time around, because this time around I truly am working from the inside out, because this medication is allowing me to. I vowed to myself that I would be celebrating and getting to that 100-pound down mark for 2017 Trisha. So I am so proud of myself, and like I said, this is the lowest I've ever been in my adult life, and I'm just really excited to see where my body goes from here, and just how close I am to that 100-pound down mark from 306 from January of this year. It's about 15 pounds away. Okay guys, and as you can see here, this is when the audio cut out again. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but unfortunately the audio did cut out. I had about another 5 minutes of talking just about how I'm excited to see what the future holds and what I'm thinking about doing to get down to the 199 mark by the end of this year, so that I can say in 2024 I hit 100 pounds down and then some. But I won't bore you with watching me speak with no audio, so here I am ending the video like this. I hope everybody has a great start to the week, and I will see you very soon.